Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Dini Haikal bin Muhammad Salman and my group mates are Muhammad Faris bin Muhammad Nordin, Muhammad Anas Daniel bin Muhammad Satria, and Ahmad Baihaki bin Ahmad Sanusi. We are from Group 2 from Section 3 CSCI 1305, and today our team will be presenting about our project, which is the e-tutoring and innovative approach to learning. So, we will be talking about the introduction, the software process models, the requirement engineering activities, the design phase, the implementation phase, and the testing phase. Okay, so for the introduction, this project is created to help students from various walks of life, especially for those who are less able to get help in terms of education. So, it does not only involve university students, but it also involves school students. And the best part about this is that no payment is needed for the students to attend this learning session. This system is also in line with Islamic teaching. So the problems that exist with the existing system is that there is information lateness, and also there is an expensive fee which most students cannot afford. So our objective is to help the underprivileged children to get the education that they needed. Other than that, we want to strengthen the bond between the surrounding community and the university. And lastly, we would really love to encourage volunteerism among the university students. Now I'm gonna hand it over to my friend for the next part.
The model it consists of four phases: planning phase, design phase, construct phase, and evaluation and risk analysis phase. In planning phase, we gather information and find the issues need to be solved, and then we start to do a design, such as use case diagram in design phase. And the next one is a construct phase, which is we gather user experience in using our website. And then the last one is evaluation and risk analysis phase, which is we fix the problem and enter the iteration. The top left of this slide is the spiral model of this. Moving on to the next slide, requirement engineering activities. There are four activities that had been performed. The first one is inception, elicitation, elaboration, and specification. In the inception activity, we had a discussion, study, and research. These are to find and to solve the problem, the issues that we face, that the existing system face. There are several tools that have been used, such as Figma, Google Docs, and Draw.io. Then, in the elicitation activity, we done a brainstorming and observation existing systems and interviews on the International Islamic University of Malaysia. In elaboration activity, we have made a CRC card, use case diagram, context diagram, activity diagram, and class diagram. On the last part, specification, we had produced a use case specification. I will show the use case diagram and briefly explain it. There are four stakeholders in this use case diagram, which is tutor, lecturer, student, and teacher. This use case diagram start with assessing the e-tutor web app, and then they can choose, they have to choose type of user, then they have to log in. If they don't have the account yet, they have to create one. And then all four of the stakeholders can access to this. The next part is update personal information. You can update like email, phone number, name, subject, and all four stakeholders can access to this one too. And then the next part is view subject. Same as before, all the four stakeholders can access to this one. In this view subject, They can also to update subject, add subject, and delete subject. The next one is view schedule. Same as before, they can delete schedule, update schedule, add schedule. But then just two of the stakeholders can access this. So there are student and tutor. The next one is view reward. View reward, only two of the stakeholders can access this, which is tutor and lecturer. In this view reward, also they can update reward, add reward, and delete reward. And the last part is view school. In this view school, there are only two that can access this one. There are lecturer and teacher. That's the end of my part. I'm passing to my friend.
Okay, this is my part, which is design phase and implementation. So for this part, our team use tools like Figma and Mockup. Figma is for the UI design and the prototype, and the mockup we use Mockup. Below here we can see that this is the UI that we have been designed, and this is the mockup. So we show you the prototype. So right here you can see that we have student which will register in the class, teacher which will accompany the student and register the student, lecturer which will be the admin or do the backside, like register the subject and the schedule, and tutor is will teach the student. So first we start with the tutor. Here is the UI for the login page. So the tutor can see the reward, what they get for their teaching, which is physics on 2012. Then they can see the schedule, what subject, and what are the venue and what are the time. So next is the school. They can also see the school, what school are registered in this system and the registered students. So if they have any problem, they can contact this number. So from that they can also see the class information. So for the lecturer can see, they can also see the class and the school, but the difference is the scheduling. They can add, update, delete. For add, they can add the date, what time it starts, subject, venue, and the tutor. So the update, they can update this, you can select this and update the details. Also they can also delete the schedule, just pick the schedule and delete. So for the subject, they can also add, update, delete the subject. So update, they can add the name and description. So when they update the subject, just change the physics and the descriptions. So they can also delete the subject. So for the teacher, class information, schedule, and school is the same like others, but the difference is student. They can add, update, and delete a student, add the name, student ID, and they can add for the update. They can update the student ID. They can update this, delete they want, and also they can import the student using the CSV. Lastly, for the student, the difference is the register class, so they can just select it and they are registered. Okay, that's all for my part.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Behaki and I'm gonna talk about test case. First, you need to name the test case. Second, you need to describe the test case. Third, to start the test case, you need to assign a precondition. Fourth, you need to identify the data that will be used in the test case. After that, there will be a few steps that need to be executed. The first step is to navigate to the desired page. In this case, it's a login page through the link given. Then you need to enter the necessary value to the page. You also need to predict the expected result from the test case. To exit the test case, you need to fulfill the post condition. In this case, was to click the login button. After that, you will be able to see the actual result of the test case, whether it pass or fail. If it fail, then you need to give it a reason why it failed. That's all from me.